All right, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video on Antiochus Aurelius Motivates. And so, we're about to get into it today again. It's April 22nd, 2025, man. And, I'm here again, man. And, so welcome back. Yeah, so, today I have a very special topic for everyone. And, before we get into this, I just wanted to say, like I always do, special thanks to all of y'all who have subscribed to my channel, man. I value and appreciate you. And I thank you for all your likes, shares, and comments. And if you're new here, this is a channel that's all about positivity, well-being, fitness, reaching your goals, etc., etc. Also music, other things that I do here. So, if you're new here, go ahead, click that like button, click the subscribe button, and ring the bell so you can be notified every time when I drop another video. But I'm just here because, I survived a lot of hell. I'm still standing. I'm still moving forward despite all the trials and tribulations I'm still going through. And I'm just here to just like encourage other people, man, to never give up. So basically that's what this is all about, man. It's not about me anymore. It's about everyone else and trying to help other people, man, with my life. So without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and just cut to the chase. And for those of y'all who know, I do a topic every day, a different topic, and then I go ahead and I get out and do my little walk and talk. I keep the videos kind of brief right now, and then I just break it down for you, on how I feel about it. And then if anybody else has anything they want to say or whatever, great. If not, whatever. Just I appreciate the like or whatever, anything like that. So that keeps me motivated as well. So without any further ado, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the topic today. And the topic today is gonna be on how they resented your greatness, and so they was hostile towards you. They resented your greatness, and so they became hostile towards you. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm about to explain to you exactly why. But let's go ahead and do it. All right, let's go. All right. So like I was saying, man, they resented your greatness. And so they was hostile towards you. And here's the reason why. I'm not going to try to take too much of time, but I want to tell a little story about my Uncle Steve. Rest in peace, Steve Hodge, man. Rest in peace. He used to always be busy with his hands doing things. He was kind of a very, very good person about doing things like that, to show me how to do things, to stay busy and occupied with my mind on positive things as well. But, the devil took his soul. They murdered him at the fruit stand back in 2006. Rest in peace, Uncle Steve, man. Some lunatic come and shot him out there, robbed his fruit stand and stuff. Anyway, I'm not going to go too deep into that. But that hurt me bad. But he used to always put together like these puzzles, man, like 1,000-piece puzzles. And he used to sit at his table, his kitchen dining room table, putting them together all the time. And he had to put every little piece in the puzzle before it would become like the picture on the front of the box, And, so it took a lot of time before you could really get the full picture of what was going on and how the puzzle was supposed to be finished and completed, and how the finished picture would look. So I would see him putting all these pieces together and have them all over the table, out and about. And then I would always love to see when he finally got the picture finished with all the pieces put in, and it matched like what was on the front of the box. Anyway, that's the way your life is, man. That's the way my life has been. Everything you've gone through in your life is like another piece to the puzzle, until you finally get all the pieces together, and then you start to see the clear picture. It comes into your view. You know, well, that's what I found out after all this time that's gone by. The reason why, and I see the clear picture now, why they resented my greatness and why they was hostile towards me. It was because of my spirit. It was because of the light that was placed in me, and it was placed there long time ago by God when I was first born. And it was placed there in many of us like that. But we didn't know it, you know, at the time. Probably when we was growing up, we didn't fully understand it, you know, that it was placed there inside of us. And excuse the distractions, you know, but anyway, I'm gonna keep the video rolling. So that's the reason why many of you, if you was like me, all through your life growing up, you was attacked. You was probably bullied more than most of the other kids in your class, or they was probably making more fun of you than they was of each other. You know, they would probably team up on you to make fun of you. And then as you was growing up, you always had all different kinds of controversy with your teachers in school. You know, they hated on you. You probably fell asleep on your desk because you were so bored. They loaded you down with tons of homework and everything. And then you grew up and you got older, and then it was like the same thing all over again, but it was on a different scale, because then you was having to deal with grown-ups doing the same foolishness. Now you got grown people doing the same foolishness that you was dealing with when you was growing up. You know, and you come to find out that the whole time it's because of the darkness that was within them, that was irritated by the light that was within you, that has been within you ever since you was born. And you probably really didn't fully understand it at the time. You just fought back. You did whatever you had to do in the hood or whatever. You fought bullies. You know, you busted them in their face and stuff like that, and probably got into trouble and stuff. And they busted you back in your face, and, you know, all of that nonsense like that growing up, you know, when we was kids, boys and stuff like that. But besides all of that, man, you know, that's what it was all about. And, you know, I done been rolling on the video for a minute, and I might go over a little bit of time on this one, because this one is serious right here. But, you know, it was the fact that they was jealous of you, that they despised the light that you carried, and, you know, they despised your greatness. And so that's the reason why they was hostile before you, against you and stuff like that, and why you had to deal with all the problems you dealt with. And anyway, that's the message for today. So, you know, so if you don't know why, or if you was wondering why, but you're still the greatest. You're still the greatest, and you're still standing despite it all, man, you know, and you know it. And so that's all that really matters, you know. And so just keep doing your thing, man, every day, man. You know, no matter what, they can never stop you. They can never hold you down. Like my man Manchus says, shout out to Manchus on the Advancing channel. And to Brian, the spiritual warrior again. You know, I always got to shout out to my people who kept me going, man, who's been keeping me going. And I'm still in it, man. I'm still in the struggle and the mess, man. But I'm still here, man. You know, and I'm thankful to God for that. So that's the reason why I'm sharing these videos, man. So until the next one, man, peace.